Hey everyone, it's yet another day, and it's always great to be with you here. So, we're starting a new series in our English learning program. So, today we'll be taking it from the bottom up all the way, starting with the simple present tense. But I'm going to give you an overview of what this series is all going to be about. Then, from whence, then we'll be taking it bit by bit. Alright, okay, let's go take a look. Though I'm supposed to be starting you with the review of the homework that I gave to you guys last week. But before then, I want to quickly go through all that we have to achieve. Okay, so we'll be looking at tenses in general, and as you can see, we have so many of them. But because I don't want you to get confused with anything, because it seems difficult to do, or people are just afraid of doing it. But I can assure you, there is no escape route. There's no escape route to it. The only way out is to learn how to do it. And I'm here to guide you every bit of the way. Alright, so here we've got the simple, we've got continuous, we've got perfect, we've got perfect continuous. I've so many, I've told you so many times about the important, the importance that verbs play in our everyday English learning. Verb, they come in different forms, okay, and they are the things that we do. So everything hinges around them, everything resolves around them. So what is all this study all about? It's about using our pronouns like I, you, we, they, he, she, it, and then using a verb. Could be any verb. There are so many of them. Just the pronouns that are used are just to break down all the nouns that we should be mentioning, because for every noun there is a pronoun to it. So that is why we use pronouns when we teach the students. And the verb, we can just pick one verb, maybe dance or like or play, but that doesn't mean that is all you have to use. It applies to all the rest of the verbs. Okay, so here we've got the present, we've got the past, we've got the future. So what is present? What is past? What is future? They are telling us about the verb. For example, here we're using speak as an example. Are we using this speak in the present, in the simple present form, in the past simple form, or in the future simple form? Or is it in the present continuous, or present perfect, or present continuous, perfect continuous? You see? So, but so far, look at where we are. We're here, simple present. We've been trying to look at the difference between the simple present and what present continuous. And I know maybe in the past, your teacher must have taught you about what simple past, but I'm still going to delve into it. Also, future will speak, going to speak. But I will take my time. By the time we'll be doing present continuous, that's where we are now. So we'll be talking about simple past as well. Then before we go over to past continuous. So look at where we are. Simple present and present continuous. Okay? So we'll be focusing our attentions on these two for now, and then we'll be taking it to this next one, which is simple past, then past continuous. You see, with this chart here, it's a lot easier for students to understand because we've just summarized all the tenses in these few boxes. So this is going to be our guide, and today I'm just going to take you through a quick review of the present simple. So present simple, use the present simple tense in English for general facts. Fact means things that are always going to be true. Things that are going to be true for a longer period of time. Okay? For example, this shirt costs $10. You see, here we use this shirt. This, if I'm not saying this shirt, then I'm going to say it, because it is a shirt, like I'm putting one on. And before I told you we use this when we talk about something that is worn and is near to you. Okay? So it's a shirt, an item. And if I'm not saying the shirt, I'm going to use what? It. That is the reason why we added S to the cost, which is what? Our verb. You see? Here now I've used the what? The subject pronoun, and I've also used a verb to make a sentence. That is it. So what we are trying to do for the students is to help them to understand, when do we say things like this? When do we have to use our verbs in this form? Because this one is it. That's why we put S to the cost, which is a verb. For the second example, they said we speak English. Or did not put any S. This is the verb, which is speak. And this again is a pronoun. And the pronoun could change. It could be I, it could be you, it could be he, it could be she. Okay? So that's what you have to take note of. And here, if I change this pronoun to he, it becomes he speaks English. If I change this we now to he, it becomes what? He speaks English. This is what we call simple present tense. We use it to talk about what? General facts, things that are generally true. Say, the sun rises in the east. Every morning when you go out and look up to the sky, you see the sun, big ball coming out from somewhere. That place is coming out from is the east. We'll talk about the four cardinal points, the north and the south, the east and west. So you see, we say the sun rises, because rise is the verb. And the sun, if I'm not saying the sun, I'm going to use it. Rises in the east. This is a general fact because it is true. Every morning you go out there, you see it. I am a teacher. That is simple present tense because it's true. I am a teacher. Okay? And one more thing, you have to remember that our sentences come in three different patterns. You have the positive, you have the negative, and you have the word question. So okay, let's move a little further. For actions that happen regularly, repeated action, that's what they mean. Repeated action. For example, when you eat your breakfast, every day you must eat breakfast. So these are repeated actions. If you usually go out to play or table tennis or go to the gym, play football or baseball or basketball or lawn tennis, these are activities that you do. So we used to talk about what? Repeated actions or actions that happen regularly. I take guitar lessons on Wednesday nights. I take. Our verb is take because we've got I as our subject. That is the reason why there is no S to our verb, which is take. But if I change this pronoun and put this our subject and add maybe he, becomes he takes guitar lessons on Wednesday nights. Sarah is a girl. So if I'm not saying Sarah, what is the pronoun that I'm going to use? She. Sarah sometimes eats. Did you see that? Eat is the verb. Now we have to add what? S to it. It becomes Sarah sometimes eats lunch in her office. Okay? But when we talk about the present continuous tense, it differs. Here we use the present continuous tense in English for continuous action in progress at the time, at the moment, or time of speaking. I'm currently studying biology at university. I'm currently studying biology at university. See, I am currently means as I'm speaking to you, that would be going on. Then study is our verb. Then ing to tell us that it's happening right now. It's going on. It's ongoing. Studying biology at the university. So don't forget, in your present continuous, you must remember to use your auxiliary or your helping verb. Like I am, you must put the am. He is studying biology. She is studying biology. They are studying. You are studying. Alright? So the next one says, Bill can't talk on the phone right now. Why? Because he is doing his homework. He is doing his homework. You see, you must use your auxiliary, your helping verb. Is, are. We are watching TV at the moment. We are watching. We is the subject. Are is the helping verb. Watch is the main verb. Then ing is to tell us that it's going on at the moment. That's why it is called present continuous tense. Okay? Okay, let's go take a look at some examples. Here, as you can see, John is going out with Mary. So this small blocks of illustration is to show you. Here we're talking about the past. This is the present from here to here. Then this is future, maybe like tomorrow, next week, you know. This is past, it could be any time in the past. So we're here. So this, the action is happening around now. Okay? John is, because John is here, that's why we use is at the helping. Go is the verb. Then we have to use ing to show is what is happening now, continuous. Look at another example. Look at these examples. Murie is learning to drive. Is, helping verb. Learn is the verb. Ing to show, tell us that is what continuous. Then to drive. I am living with my sister until I find an apartment. So, but look at what they're trying to tell us here is that Muriel is learning to drive means that this action is not that it is going on as we speak, but it started sometime in the past and it's going to finish anytime in the near future. Okay, it might be something that I've started last week, even last month. You know, it's ongoing. Maybe it's going to finish in 3 weeks, or 1 month, or in 2 months. Say temporary. That means it's not going to last for a long time. We started and it's going to finish soon. If you are learning how to drive, maybe it's going to take you like 3 months, or 2 weeks, or 3 weeks. Okay. So it's a temporary action. The second one said, I'm living with my sister until I find an apartment. I might live with my sister for even a year or 6 months before I find an apartment. So it's an action that is ongoing, but it's not that it must be happening right away. It can also be, but this is just to give you all the scope at which we use the present continuous tense when we speak. Okay? So with that said, I think there are other aspects that we need to talk about, maybe how to form questions and negative and all that. But I don't want this video to be too long. So in the next series, we'll be talking about the forms or the patterns. How do we use them in the negative form? How do we use them? This is the positive form. We want to make a question with them. How do we use them? The structure. Okay, so this has taken us about 40 minutes, which is just cool. I want this video to be like 50 minutes. So when you finish watching this, I want you to move over to here, present simple and continuous short forms. Okay, so here someone is asking you questions, write short answers. For example, are your brothers working today? Yes, they are. Do you speak Italian? Do you speak Italian? Someone asking you question. You say, no, I don't. Do you like this school? Yes, I do. Do you go to school in London? Yes, I do. So you're going to take it from here all the way to, so I'll be sending this across uh, via a link. You can click on it, then follow the instructions. Then I'm going to check on the rebound. I think I'm going to end this class here. I think we've had enough for today. We're going to call it a day. It's always great to have you here, and I'm going to send you more details on our Facebook group on what to do next. So bye for now, and I'll see you when you see me.